Good morning. How to e-file W-2 and W-3 with Social Security Administration. So if you are new to Social Security website, you have not filed before, you will go to ssa.gov/employer, and you might, it is W-2 and W-3 is due by January 31st, so it might be a good idea to start early. So if you have not registered yet, so when you go to ssa.gov/employer, you will click on Business Service Online. And when you click on that, it will give you the option to log in or to register. So if that's your first time, you'll register. But if you have done it before, you'll log in. But please, if you are registering, make sure you record the information you put in. Your username, your password, and the security questions. Because if you forget any of those, you will call. But then if you cannot remember certain things after a few trials, they will have to mail you a temporary password to use. So it could take 2 weeks. So please keep a record of those information in a way that you can find it easily. So when let's assume you register and you go back to login. So when you log in, you'll find the main menu. And on the left side, you have option to edit, your business info. But in the process, you should be able to update to have everything accurately. So if you think so, and you are ready to start entering W-2 information, you will click on Report Wages to Social Security. So, and depending on, I think this should have come before you got in as well. Like when you log in, it will ask you for your ID and password, but then there is a checkbox that you have to agree on their term before it will allow you to go in and access the main menu. So yes, you will click on Report Wages to Social Security, and wages reporting attestation. So you have to attest that to move forward, and it'll take you to EWR page. So there is an option during the process. There is an option to enter things in bulk or to manually key them in. I key information in, I key W-2 information in. So that's the option that I'm going to explain. And it is an option if you have up to 50 employees. But if you have more than that, bulk enter things in bulk will be a better route, and they should have instructions on how to proceed in that case. But again, I will assume your business is young and you might have like maybe 1 or 2 employees or yourself. So if that's an escape. So under here, you'll click on Form W-2 W-3 online. C is more if you are amending it. So we are just going to assume you are going to enter your information accurately the first time. So under that, you will click on Create Resume Form, Create or Resume Forms W-2 W-3 online. It will take you to W2 W3 online page. You will select the year you are going to file for, and you will select the business, so for whom you are filing. So if you click on it, your information is in the system already. It's going to pull out your business name, and automatically it will pull out your EIN number as well. And if that's the first time, you will click on that drop down menu and you will choose regular W2, and you will click on yes, I'm creating this report, because no, you are not going to click on that unless you are doing a reconciliation. So let's continue. And it is, the long process to the end before it is done that I try to display here. But on that main page that you select the year that you are reporting for, when you move to this section that show you the whole breakdown, when you scroll down, you'll have to select the form you are going to complete. So because when you have an employee, you are going to file W2 W3 with Social Security, but you are going to file a form with IRS as well to report how much in total we've had and the business pay in terms of federal income tax, Social Security tax, and Medicaid tax. So depending on how you file your EIN application with IRS, they might request you file Form 941 or Form 944. Form 944 is employer annual federal tax return, and Form 941 is employer quarterly federal tax return. You file that on a quarterly basis. So if you file Form 941, you select it, but if you file Form 944, you'll check Form 944. And then you scroll down and you choose the type of business you have. And I think for a lot of our self-employed small business owners, non-apply will be more appropriate, as they have more of government agencies up. And then you move to the next section. So if you have done it before, it's going to pull out the W2 that you filed the prior year. But if you have not done it before, it will give you the option to continue, to a new one. But if you have done it before, when you click on it, it will pull out information for the staff members that you filed for the prior year, so that you don't have to re-enter their information. You can double check it to make sure their personal information is accurate. So I prefer to go with the one that I completed the prior year. So it opened the W2 file the prior year, and you'll have the choice, if you have more than one staff member, to select who you wanted to work, the one you wanted to work with. And at the bottom, you'll have the choice to start a new W2 or edit the employee information, or just work on the information you pull. So when you click on let's go back, start a new W2, it will open the information with the staff member that you select the name. It will have the staff member's personal information, but will have a blank area for you to enter the 2021 or the year you are filing for pay information. So you will have before we enter that, let me see if I have. Okay, so how do you complete the lines? Let me see if I'm a little bit. Okay, so how do you complete the W2? Because pretty much you are completing W2. How do you complete W2? You will need to have a spreadsheet to track your payroll, see if you are now using a payroll software. So I'm going to move this slide a little bit up and make sure I have it at the right spot here. Oh, we went a little bit far. 16. Okay. Okay, so when they open the W2 for you with blank information, you will pull your spreadsheet, and the spreadsheet that you use to track your payroll, remember it will be for the whole year. We do have the spreadsheets to track payroll, a simple version 1 at ninasop.com under free download. You can access it without subscribing to our blog, and it works well for you if you put it in on one tab. So if your business is young and you are not collecting payroll from it that much, it will work for you because it has multiple tabs, but it does not have total. Let me see here. So it has multiple tabs, but it does not, it has tabs for quarters, but it does not have total tab. So if you are using quarter rows to enter your information, you have to manually total that for the year. We do not have a tab for that, so it has room for improvement, and you can add a tab and total those on it as well. Or if you enter everything on one tab, it will work just fine. Yeah, design is simply to accommodate our business, and since I don't collect payroll from our business on a regular basis, it work okay for me because I only collect something at the end of the year in quarter 4. So, but if you are using multiple tabs, you might have to total that. So let's go back to our slideshow. So you assuming that that's the whole year information that you have in front of you on the spreadsheet. Then you wanted to know the total wages. So the total wages, you have to find it by staff members. So that will be 216.57. So that will go on our W2 line 1. Now on Social Security wages and Medicare wages and tips, those are the wages taken into consideration to calculate the tax withheld for Social Security and Medicare. And that is the same as the wages, tips, and other compensation on our spreadsheet. The spreadsheet may not show it because it's on here, but if I go back to the spreadsheet itself, the Social Security is calculated on that total wages, and the Medicare is calculated on it as well. So Social Security and Medicare wages will be the same in this example. Okay. So that will still be 216.57 for both. So now on the right side, line 2 of W2, federal income tax withheld. You'll go back to your spreadsheet. Federal income tax withheld from the employee salary is 0, and therefore you leave it, you know, for $0. I like to put 0.00. And social security tax withheld, you'll go back to the spreadsheet, is 1343, and you'll put for 1343 on line 4 of W2, and line 6 Medicaid tax withheld, you will find that on the spreadsheet as well, and that will be 3.14. Everything else we left a blank because they were not applicable to our business. And that's how you complete the W2. So if line 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are the only things applicable to you, that's all you complete, and you left the rest blank. And you scroll down, but before you get to this, you will need to complete the state portion. Okay, let me go a little bit down. So the state portion, you'll enter the state's abbrev, the 2 letters. You'll enter the employer identification number for the state. You'll have to find that in your record, because usually is the business EIN number received from IRS plus some numbers that the state will add at the end. And the state total wages will be the same as well as the one on the spreadsheet, the 216, and the state income tax in our scenario was 0, so we left a blank, and the 00, and the local wages is 216 as well, and the local income tax is 00. So let me see. Yeah, so I have some example with the other number on the spreadsheet. But let's go back up a little bit again to the spreadsheet, and you'll notice that that's the entry for the payroll at the bottom. So you will do it for every single staff for everything they collected the entire year. W2 is for the whole year. Please keep that in mind. But in this example, because the pay was in quarter 4 and that's the only pay for the whole year, that equal that amount. So now when you are done completing it, I didn't really explain the different portion, the different part of W2. So let's go into that. In case that's the first time you are doing it, you have to enter the employee that you are filing for, first name, middle name, last name, and there will be a spot for social security number as well, and the employee's address, you'll enter that. And let's see and the form will pull out your business and EIN number, but you'll have to enter the employee's social security number. So you'll do all of that before you will complete, you know, the dollar portion or the dollar part of the W2. When you are done completing it, then you'll move to you'll come down to the bottom, complete the state section of it. Depending on what state you live in, we live in a state that we pay tax on income, so you'll complete that portion, and then At the bottom, you have the choice to save and create a new W2, to go to the next W2, or to save and go to W2 list. So if you are going from last year form, then you can go to the W2 list. But if you are creating a new, then if you have, you know, more than one employee on your list, you can click on next W2. But if you are creating it new, then you can create a new W2. So you have options to choose a button that will work for you. So, and it will pretty much telling you, tracking how many W2s you have created out of the total that you can key in by hand. And like I explained before, you will go through that process with the next W2 and then enter the information that will go on that one as well. And that is pretty much the same principle. If you look at the Social Security withheld, the Medicare that's withheld, and if we go back to the spreadsheet, you'll notice that it works the next row, that's C71 and 157. So for W2, you only enter Social Security tax withheld from the employee's income, Medicare tax withheld from the employee's income, and federal income tax withheld from the employee's income. You do not add the employer's portion of it, because the employer pays Social Security and Medicare tax as well. You do not add that to the W2. Only the portion that you withheld from the employee's salary. Also, if you pay, like it's you, the employee in the business, in your S corp, and you collect, let's say $200, $100, without withholding anything, you pay this, then you have to back into it, asking yourself, for you to collect $200 or $100, how much your gross should have been for you to collect that. And then you will back into it, and I have explained how to back into it in Form 944 and in the free download video for this spreadsheet as well. But pretty much what you do is, if you are collecting $200, is going to be $200 divided by 1 minus the rate. If you go up a little bit, you will see 6.2% and 1.45% for Social Security and Medicare. So minus 0.062 minus 0.0145. And that will give you $216.57. Assuming you are not going to withhold any federal income tax, that's the Social Security and Medicare tax that you will have withheld to collect $200. So you will put it in there as if you withheld it from the employee's income. So you pay $200 to yourself, but in reality, your gross pay was $216.57 for you to collect that. So this portion is going to be the employees with holding, and this portion is going to be the employer's portion of it. But on the W2, you only put what you, even if the business is paying it, you will put it as if you withheld it from the employee's income. So that is the employee's portion that you will put in on the W2. So let's go back to that. So that's why you are seeing those portions. That's just the employees. The what was withheld from the employee's income for Social Security, and then what is withheld for Medicaid. So now that everything is done, you will click on, if you are done with all the W2s, then you will click on save and go to W2 list. And in the W2 list, it will show you, so if you are pulling from last year list, then you will go to save and go to next W2. If you are entering a new staff members, then you will click on save and create a new W2. And when you are done with all the W2 you want to enter, then you click on save and go to W2 list. So it will take you to this page where you will see the W2s that you entered. See here. So it will show you the W2s that you entered, and it will show you the total as well. So you will compare those total to your spreadsheet. So it's good to have a spreadsheet or a way of tracking your payrolls. And for the whole year, that's the total. That's the total column. That's the total row. So you look on that row and it should tell you what the total year is. You compare it to, you know, what the W2 list is showing you, and you compare for every single one of the staff members that you enter for. So you will compare it to your spreadsheet as well, and again for the total year. And that's one way to make sure you enter things accurately. So you need to double check what you enter on W2s, and when you come to this list, check the totals as well. And pretty much that's how it will show it on the W2 list, where you will see the name of the staff members that you create W2s for and what that is. And if you agree with it, then you can continue to W3 preview or start a new W2. So we are going to click on continue to W3 preview, assuming we file for everybody. So on the W3 is going to show you pretty much the total. It's going to be the total of wages, not by person, but the total wages for the year for your business. So you will look at it. It's going to show you the total social security collected, and in here is $20.14. So it total for everybody, and it's going to show you Medicaid tax total for everybody at the total level. So 2014 and 471. You will look for those numbers on your spreadsheet to make sure everything is accurate, and the number of W2 is 2, and the form you are going to file is form 944 regular. So it's just going to show you those things that you selected originally, and I'm just showing it here those totals that you should be looking for when you are comparing your payroll spreadsheet to your W3. And the W3 is going to pretty much have a spot for you to click on I agree on those, you know, and it's going to show you the total for the state as well. And when you agree with everything, you click on agree. And then at the bottom of it is going to give you the option to select Social Security, to check if Social Security should be displayed in full or just a portion of it. So you can check whichever works for you, and then you can click on continue. So it's going to take you to a page asking you to print a draft of W2 and W3 for review and give copies to your employees for them to review. And yeah, and it's good to save a copy as well, because I think it will say something about saving it and how you will save it. And I have noticed that the way it works, you can click on it, pretty much save a copy and print a copy. And the way I like to do it, because it might save in a format that is different from PDF, you might press Control on your keyboard and press the letter P to print, and then you save it, and then you print it again. So if it does not open it as a PDF for you, and then once you have it printed, you click on Continue. You check the W2s for every single one of your staff members. You check your W3s to your payroll spreadsheet, and you check the personal information to make sure you have the social security right, the name right, address right, and then you come back to continue. But if you log you out, then you'll have to go back in. But yeah, and you just follow the the instruction. So I had to go back in, and it took me back to the W2 that I entered the list of that. And you click, if you have to go through the process because you didn't do it right away, you took time to review the document you printed out, then you'll go through the same process once you log in, and you click on Continue. And when you get to when you click on Continue to W3 preview, you review it, you click on Continue, you'll come to a page that you will have the possibility to submit the wage report. So you click on that, and it will give you a success information, and you'll give you a confirmation as well. So you will copy that confirmation, and it will give you a page that will pretty much summarize your W3, the total, and the total social security tax withheld and Medicaid tax withheld. And you see withheld, so that's from the employees, but totals for all of them and for the whole year, and the total wages for the whole year as well. And that's something the advice will keep for around 7 years from the day you file the W2 and the W3. So you'll print it out, you can reprint it again, you save it, you reprint it again, the formal the one you submitted, the final one that you submitted, you save it, you print it, and you give a copy to your staff members, their copies, so that they can file their IRS and state form 1040 with that. And you keep a copy of W2, you keep a copy of W3, and you keep a copy of W2s as well, because when you print it out, it'll have one that will say employer's copy, so you save those for yourself. So, and you'll notice that when you file online, you do not send paper to Social Security. You are done filing W2 and W3, and in see what they'll say. Yeah, you save it and you print it, and that's pretty much it. So that's how you file W2 and W3 with Social Security Administration online for free, and you are done. But the way I will suggest you process this is, if you are going to file form 944, I will suggest you complete it, save it on your computer, and then go ahead and file W2 and W3 with SSA. And once you make sure everything is accurate, there is no reconciliation to do, then you go ahead, submit the W2 and the W3 that you file, and you review your form 944 as well and print it out. So if you are filing form 941, then you will need to complete form 941 for the last quarter, and all the total should match, all the total for the whole year should match the total that you are reporting on W2s as well for Social Security Administration. Thank you so much for watching. And if you are new to this, you can do it, but you just have to start early, because again, it's due by January 31st. So you might want to start, and if you have to wait on them for them to send you a password in the mail, then it might even be crucial for you to start earlier. So please get your tax return filed on time so that it does not give you too much anxiety. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for watching our videos. Thank you for all your comments, and we thank you very much, you all that subscribe to our channel. If you do not have a software to track your payrolls, you can access our payroll spreadsheet at ninasop.com under free download. And you do not need to enter your email to access it. You just go to under free download, and we do have two type actually there already. One is a little bit more robust. It will work for you if you have a lot of you have few employees and you wanted to track things at the detail level. You can look at both and see how it works for you, but I'm going to add this second one. Is a revision of the one that is there already, because it does not have this last session. I'm going to add it to it, and yes, so that if it can work for you, you can use it. But please track your, if you are collecting payroll out of your business, please track your payment so that at the end of the year it does not take you too long to find the information you need to file either form 941 for the last quarter, or form 944 for the whole year, or W2 and W3 with Social Security Administration. And you pretty much need that information to file federal unemployment tax as well. Thank you so much for your time. I'm Afiavi-Liberman, creator of Liberman Consulting, L.L.C, YouTube channel, Liberman Consulting, ninasop.com, our blog. And we do have our online stores, including liberdownload.com, where we sell digital products that can help you manage your finances and your business. and we have our retail store, liberoutlets.com, and our custom apparels and stationery, liberlabel.com, and natural product store, ninassoap.com. Thank you so much for your time. I will have some links in the description for publication 15 if it is needed, and I'll have the link to our blog, the free download section as well, where you'll find either the links to IRS publications and the payroll spreadsheet. You'll have 3 to choose from, or you can download all 3 and see which one is best fit for your business. The formula is not locked, so you can update things on the spreadsheet, but just save a blank copy so that if you update a formula and it does not turn out the way you expect, you have another copy to to fall back on, and or you can go back and re-download another one and start over as well. So thank you so much for your time.